Hello everyone, I am Terry Candlestick and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Juke Box Heroes in Everquest. In the last episode, I think I talked your ears off about all the quests and you could do, well at least getting in regards to getting this tutorial set up, some of the trade skills and some of the basics of the game. I guess the first thing I'll talk about right now is the loot system that we have on display right now, the advanced loot. I don't really know what this was or when it was introduced, because when I started playing Everquest back in 1999, they didn't have this. This wasn't a thing. I mean, not for regular gameplay. Maybe they had a version of it for raiding and late gameplay. But when I was playing it, I never really encountered it. This came later. This is what I was more familiar with, the looting. Just right click and go straight to inventory and you're good. So what are we doing this episode? Well, for the most part, we're talking about battle. I won't make you suffer through everything and every quest, every little bit of it. It will be shaved down quite a bit from its original length. Believe me. You'll probably thank me for it. So in this quest, they ask us to destroy vermin nests. Now there's two ways of doing this in the game. One is the brute force method, which almost everyone does, including me. I've done it before, especially when I forgot that I could do this. The other option is to treat it as in the old container. And that is to target it and open it, which I do here, which is much easier. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, why I keep jumping onto the other side of all these rats, that's the best way to do, that I found to do another melee character. If you're a melee character, if you're playing a melee character and you're boxing a melee character, then that's a good way to do it. Especially with the rogue. Rogues need to have the back facing them for them to really do real good damage. At least the character rogues do. NPC rogues can actually, seems like they just reach around the front and stab you in the back. Or if they're facing you, or you're facing them rather, they just kind of reach around you and stab you in the back anyway. So it doesn't even matter. Which is kind of silly. But that's why Kamoad is getting the aggro and then running around the front. That's so that Dacatt here can have its back and attack it that way. And the tank, one reason I'm playing a Shadow Knight is because Shadow Knights are a tank class, and they actually have a taunt. They have set on hotbar 3, and they can use that to keep the attention of whatever monsters they have. Yeah, see, I'm using taunt. I wasn't sure. I think for a while I forgot that Shadow Knights had taunt, because I don't know why. Especially I haven't actually played Everquest in quite a while. It's been a few years. But they still have it. That's good. Kamoad gets Bash because he is one of the large races. Large races include trolls, ogres, barbarians. I want to say there's another one? I'm trying to remember, but anyways, these large races, I say characters, these large races, they don't need a shield attached for them to bash. And bash pretty much turns into kind of a shield strike kind of thing. A shield bash. Like I said, they don't actually need a shield attached for them to do that. Which is good, because bash, it gives a little extra damage, and it also has the ability to disrupt spellcasting. And that's always a good thing. So I'm going to open this, and then it's going to be Dacatt's turn. Dacatt is going to need to open up some of these, I think. And now we are following Dacatt. Oh, the tables have turned, and we're following a dark elf. Big, nasty, ugly troll following the debonair and quite murderous, cruel, sadistic, sinister, vicious dark elf. But I'm still doing all the looting, so he gets, as is typical with a little man and a big man, he does all the hard work. Well, he does the easy work. I do all the heavy lifting. Some things never change. It doesn't matter what you're in, whether it be real life or some video game. I guess I should actually do a little bit more about Dacatt and Kamoad while we're here in this predicament. First I'll talk about Kamoad a little more. Kamoad is, I've mentioned before, a Shadow Knight. And a Shadow Knight is a tank class. They wear the heavy armor, they can use a lot of weapons, mostly slashing. And as a Shadow Knight, they get the added benefit of having some magic spells. Those are borrowed from the Necromancer line of spells. And Necromancer spells are snares, poison, disease, and corruption, kind of dark magic kind of thing, a lot of damage over time. As well as a few other abilities such as that focus on the dead, such as summoning a corpse, or locating corpses, or finding undead and warding them off. Necromancers actually get a charm undead. I'm not sure if the Necromancer does, though. That'd be interesting to see. But they are... Oh, there's another spell that actually helps Shadow Knight very well in combat, and that is the Leech Life type spells. Ones that take life from the enemy and give it to the Shadow Knight. And it helps with tanking a lot. That's one of the reasons that they're such a good tanking class. Solo class, rather. I did also say, I think I mentioned last time, that the troll, I mainly got the troll because I wanted that faster regeneration. Which is a good thing. Definitely helps when you're tanking, definitely helps when you've been beaten up and you're just trying to heal up and keep going. I guess it also helps with the series too, because the last thing any of us want is just to watch me sitting there regaining health. It's not fun. It's not fun. So this guy, Mackenzie the Younger, he's into augmentations. And augmentations are things you can put into your weapons and armor and other gear. And they give you little benefits. This little slab here gives us +2 damage against kobolds. And any extra damage against the kobolds is welcome. Okay, and now this I'm just going to open. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to do the same thing with Dacatt. Dacatt will have to open 4 of these spider cocoon clusters himself. So, what about Dacatt? What does he do? Well, he's a dark elf. They're very high intelligence. They're very smart. Not great on strength, and they just have regular regen, but they have excellent dark vision, just like trolls. And Dacatt is a rogue. Rogues, their whole stick is high DPS and using poisons and other skills. Actually, rogues, just like in this game, just like in Dungeons and Dragons, are very high skill requirement. They have a lot of skills they want you to use in the game. Or you can use them. If you just really want to have them there for stabby, then that's going to work just fine. But if you really want to play a rogue to the fullest, there's poison making and poison application. There's lock picking and sneaking and hiding. I think they even get like a skill fall, where they can fall high distance and either take less damage or not take any damage. Not sure if they get it called safe fall, or if that's just a monk, like the Shaolin monk. But the rogues, they kind of need a high attack rating, and they need the back of their enemy facing them. Otherwise, they kind of handicapped a bit. Because the big thing that they get in addition to poisons is the backstab ability. The backstab ability does a lot, but it actually gets unlocked later. So when that gets unlocked, you'll see how much damage they can do. And fortunately, that's on a cooldown just like bash and taunt. But if it wasn't, if they were just backstabbing repeatedly, oh man, they'd outdamage this. They'd outdamage a lot of things. Yeah, they would probably take that aggro away real quick. Actually, it's guaranteed. They would take that aggro away real quick. And they only wear chainmail, so they wouldn't last too long. They're finally respawning. Like I said earlier, this became a bit of an issue because the respawn rate just isn't keeping up with groups. It's good for individual players, which is what comes through here a lot. But if you're two-boxing, or you have a legit group and you're doing this, it doesn't really keep up. And here's that advanced loot up again. I'm looking at it and saying, wait a minute, I turned this off. What the hell is going on? What do I do? Just deselect the entire thing. There you go. All of them. Let's see if that works. Let's try it again. And of course not. Damn it, game. What do you want from me? F off, Gloom Spider. I'm dealing with your friend. He won't give me his crap. And the solution, of course, is going to the cat and taking advanced looting off of him. Yeah. Finn was right. Trenor is only level 2. Oops. Should have logged or something. Valara. We went through a lot of trouble getting these, Valara. What are we going to get for our trouble? Let's find out. A breastplate! Oh, wow! That's actually really good. Thank you, sweetheart. Cat face, sweetheart. She's got some vicious claws on her. Holy crap. She must be a modern girl. I think these breastplates that they give you, the Gloomingdeep ones in the tutorial, they are very nice. They're actually on par with some of the Defiant gear they give in the game. Defiant gear is something they have throughout the game. I can't say it's like newbie level stuff, but it's magical stuff. And they give really good bonuses to pretty much everything across the board, every stat. And I guess they decided to do that. I don't know why they decided to do it, but anyways, we're turning in this quest here to guard Rats credits. And guard credits. Guard Reddits is an Ixar. Ixars, as you can see, are very specky. I don't think he has a helmet on. No, it's actually, he kind of just has a vest on this. But he's very rough-skinned. Across from, aside from the horns, or should I say, in addition to the spines, not horns, but the spines and spikes they have all over the bodies. They have very, very rough skin. Like, if you brush up against one, their skin, their scales, I guess skin, is so rough it can actually cut you. That's what they're supposed to be in the game. That rough. Yikes. The reward for turning in that one arrow was a quiver, which is actually really, really good. Looking, see, it has weight reduction of 20, I guess 20% weight reduction, so that's actually really amazing. Anything with weight reduction is great. Encumbrance is a very real thing in Everquest. It was about this time that I realized that I had some more spells I could have been using. Now, Disease Cloud is a damage over time spell. That means it does some damage at first, and then every 6 seconds or so will do so much damage. That one's really weak. It only does 1 point of damage. It basically stops regen. So you see I just brought up combat abilities. Should probably explain what those are. Combat abilities are something that are used to help certain classes or types of classes, melee classes specifically, and mostly warriors, even the field in regards to DPS and other abilities. Kind of makes them a little more competitive. These, I don't have any, but if this were Dacatt, Dacatt would have a few of those. Dacatt would have elbow strike. Well, he will in one level. He'd have elbow strike in level after he read the tome. And currently he'll have, and should start using, throw stone. Which doesn't look like a little stone being thrown. It actually just has like this sparkly bubble. You'll see what I mean later on. Okay, yes. The Forlorn Bow. Earlier we got a quiver from Reddit's, and the bow is something I was looking for Dacatt. From these barrels, I think you've pretty much already seen everything you can get from them. You can get, of course, arrows. You can get rations, that's your food. There's also water and bows. He's got it equipped, he's ready to go. Those are good. You can also get small sacks and backpacks from these. I'm actually just going around. I'm letting Dacatt loot all these arrows. That's something I would like Dacatt to have. It just gives him more options. Ooh. See, these are the crude Defiant items. Well, that's a crude Defiant. Defiant items, they come in all manner of, I guess, quality, and crude's the lowest. They give pretty much magical abilities to everything, or they give improvements to all of your stats. And in this tutorial, they basically hand you a lot of guaranteed stuff that is equal to Defiant material, the crude Defiant. You're not guaranteed to get any of this crude Defiant. It's kind of like playing the lottery or doing like a loot box, a loot system. Every time you loot a creature, you could get something. I think I'm getting a lag spike. Nothing's happening. Where am I going to end up? Right where I was. Oh, satellite internet. But the Defiant material, Defiant armor, Defiant anything actually. You get crude Defiant earrings, you get crude Defiant, or you get Defiant earrings, weapons, armor, shields. You get Defiant everything. This is kind of like the magical stuff. But again, you're not guaranteed to get it. You're just kind of gambling. If you can go to a merchant, if you haven't put it on, or you can't put it on, you can go sell it at a merchant for quite a nice bit of money. Usually they sell for at least a plat. And there, now I'm trying to get the attention. Oh, I think I did. You capture a Gloomfang lurker's attention. Alright. Good job, Taunt. I think I knew how to keep it. And I do need to get that taunt up. I need to make sure I have that taunt well practiced, because I do want to keep it, the attention. Especially once Dacatt starts getting his backstab. That will be very important. Because a rogue with a lot of attention on him is not a living rogue for long. So here, finally focusing on that, you can see the effects that just gets. Yeah, there it is. That little sparkler right there, that is thrust down. You've seen it a few times. It's been activated a few times. I just forgot to mention it, point it out. So the thing I'm gonna do now is start completing Spider Tamer Gugan, that quest. And this is a shaman, I believe. A shaman class. And Spider Tamer Gugan has a violet on it that is used to brew up an anti-venom in the game. Not one you can actually use. And it's only, I think the only time, well, you can attack him multiple times and loot it as many times as you want. I don't think there's anything you can do with it after that. But of course, I've never actually tried. This one's almost dead. I'm not even going to bother with Dacatt. So there it is. There's some of the other junk that he gets. Has for you to loot. So Dacatt will need to loot his own anti-venom violet. So just have to waste some time running around killing things until Gugan decides to show back up. Okay. After running around killing lurkers and other things, it looks like our friendly neighborhood spider tamer is shown back up. And now we're gonna take him out for it. So that Dacatt can get his anti-venom violet. You can see these spells that Gugan is casting on me, just spamming. Gosh, what a spammer. He is spamming. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like fire bursts, flame bursts, something along those lines. Well, it does a little bit of damage, it's just DPS. Here we are turning this in. What's our reward for this? For going against that nasty spider tamer? Experience. That gets us to level 5. I think now I can start using that. And that disease spell. That's gonna help. I don't think it's until next level I get my skeleton. Which I really wanted to get it now and get it dealt with. But... so now that he's sitting down, you can see he's meditating. Meditating increases the rate of mana regeneration. Ooh, now we're gonna get all the stuff for Valara. Turn all that in. Fill up the space with armor. Now, isn't there a quest to go after Queen Gloomfang? So this is fizzling. Basically when you mess up the spell. Happens a lot in this game. It's what happens when you don't have your spells maxed out and your spell is low, or your level is low, so your skills is going to be low. It's something that the cat doesn't have to worry about with Elbow Strike, which you saw demonstrated there. A nice little sparkly. Same thing for Throwstone. It's just a little sparkle all around it. Now, I'm a little surprised here because Queen Gloomfang actually aggroes. Normally, in this tutorial, they don't aggro unless it's something really, really nasty, like some of the kobolds or Kinshin in here, the big demon thing. I guess I haven't applied the disease cloud yet. Oh, there we go. Wait until she's half health to do that. Terry, good job. But that's what really adds on the DPS. This really demonstrates the DPS of a Shadow Knight. This is where it starts getting interesting. Like that again. Maybe not. No? Okay. Oh, there it is. Big, nasty spider, kind of a small boss. What do you get? Nothing. What's behind it? Which asset's too far away? And that's actually a weakening poison. Required level 5. But you need to have an appropriate level of applying poison, which I think rogues get later on. My character can't even apply it, I don't think. I don't think my character can use it. It's not like something you could throw at someone. So I just gotta give it to the cat and put on his weapons. So I turned in a... oh, I was supposed to speak to him and turn the quest into him. Okay. And that's the reward. Nice little helmet piece. And of course, the cat will be getting something similar. So here I'm going to inspect him. So you can see he's got something similar to me. Let's see, very similar quest items. But I notice I'm actually missing something that I should have on. That's the shawl for the shoulders. I had one, I just didn't put it on. Oh, here's a train. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, back in old Everquest, that happened a lot in some zones. People would always call it out. It was right for you to shout it out. Well, we've got a lot done this time. We killed Queen Gloomfang, introduced you to combat in the game. So we'll see you all next time, I guess. Wait a second. I think there's one thing we still need to do. Right? That's right. We needed to pick up something for Zenaida. One of the main quests. Or starting quests. That's fetching these mushrooms for her. She was teaching us how to use our maps. We didn't use our eyes. Or our literacy skills, for that matter. So we've pulled forward, letting Dacatt get his mushrooms for Zenaida. Okay, now, where is she? Where is this troublesome dark elf? Oh, there she is. Let me just point you out. Hi, Zenaida. We've got your mushrooms. We're a day late and $1 short, but we've got them. What's the reward for that? Just experience. Thanks, I guess, Zenaida. See you all next time.